On the December 10th ballot, Jefferson Parish is proposing the renewal of an existing 1-cent sales tax. As the state faces massive budget cuts, the renewal will provide funding for the design and construction of 65 roadway improvement projects, along with 67 sewer projects. And this will continue and enhance economic development and improve the overall quality of life for Jefferson Parish residents. This video is intended to give voters a brief history of how the 1-cent sales tax has been beneficial to Jefferson Parish over the years, how it's allowed for capital improvement projects throughout the parish, and how it's helped fund the sheriff's office. It will also take you through the projects that are proposed and have been unanimously approved by vote of the parish council if the initiative passes on December 10th. Again, this is not a new tax, but an extension of an existing tax for 20 years. The 1-cent sales tax is authorized on the sale of retail and services. It is not applicable to food purchases or medical expenses. 1/8 is dedicated to the sheriff's office. The remaining 7/8 is dedicated to roadwork, drainage, and sewerage projects. The parish undertook a similar course of action in 1998, bonding the parish's sales tax percentage to generate $260 million, which was supplemented by approximately $35 million of state and federal funds. This helped complete the construction of 89 roadway and drainage improvement projects that have significantly improved traffic flow and reduced flooding parish-wide. You're probably very familiar with many of the projects from the 1998 renewal seen here, which have added value to Jefferson Parish. The proposed 2016 Road Bond Initiative will allow the parish to improve access to businesses, shopping, and recreational facilities. The parish will maximize the $190 million in bond funds by supplementing it with approximately $106 million in state and federal funds. The remainder of this video will take you through these projects, which have been unanimously approved by vote of the parish council. As one of only 3 north-south highways that extend from the lake to the river, Causeway Boulevard handles approximately 62,000 vehicles every day. As part of the bond program, an interchange with Earhart Boulevard on the west side of Causeway will be undertaken, providing improved access to and from Elmwood and the Huey P. Long Bridge. In addition, major rehabilitation of the existing Airline Drive overpass, including the traffic circle, will be undertaken to extend the life of this aging structure. Causeway Boulevard will also be widened from 4 to 6 lanes between Airline Drive and West Napoleon Avenue to reduce congestion and travel time delays. Currently, Lapalco Boulevard carries 39,000 vehicles per day and is choked down from 6 lanes to 4 lanes at the Harvey Canal Bridge. A new twin bridge located immediately north of the existing bridge will be designed under the bond program. This major improvement will provide 3 westbound traffic lanes, and the existing bridge will be converted to 3 eastbound lanes with a much-needed 10-foot wide shared use path for pedestrians and bicyclists to safely cross the canal. Severn Avenue is the gateway to Fat City and the largest retail shopping complex in Louisiana, Lakeside Mall. Improvements between Veterans Boulevard and West Esplanade will include new, wider decorative sidewalks, pedestrian lighting, landscaping, and a bike lane to connect Fat City to Lake Pontchartrain. In addition, several pocket parks will be constructed, providing areas along the corridor for shoppers to relax and enjoy the surroundings. This will attract more people to the area and continue the positive redevelopment of Fat City. Manhattan Boulevard is the most traveled north-south roadway on the west bank of Jefferson Parish, servicing 43,000 vehicles per day. The corridor continues to grow with new businesses. To reduce traffic congestion and accommodate projected traffic increases, widening from 2 to 3 lanes southbound will take place from the West Bank Expressway to Gretna Boulevard. This will match the recently completed northbound widening. In addition, northbound widening from 2 to 3 lanes will continue from Gretna Boulevard to 9th Street. The David Drive Business and Retail Corridor from Veterans Boulevard to West Napoleon Avenue will be widened to provide a landscaped median with decorative lighting to both improve traffic flow and make the area more attractive for economic development. Tying to the recently completed Harvey Boulevard connection between Wall Boulevard and Engineers Road, roadway improvements will be extended to Peters Road, providing an alternative east-west route, helping to alleviate traffic congestion on Lapalco Boulevard. The connection will be a 4-lane divided roadway linking the Harvey Canal Industrial Corridor to Plaquemines Parish. In addition, commuters will be able to access the West Bank Expressway via the Peters Road connection, avoiding the congestion on Manhattan Boulevard. Sidewalk, landscaping, and parking improvements on Metairie Road at Severn Avenue will supplement the overall Metairie Road Smart Growth Plan, which was developed to sustain the economic viability of the Metairie Road corridor. Similar to this project, the area under the Causeway Overpass will be rebuilt to improve pedestrian mobility and attract visitors and nearby residents to the area. As part of the Oakwood Area's Smart Growth Plan, improvements will be made to pedestrian and bicycle access to the Oakwood Mall and surrounding areas. In order to provide safe connectivity across the West Bank Expressway and Whitney Boulevard, new decorative paved sidewalks and a shared use path will link residential neighborhoods on both sides of the expressway and visitors at the area hotels to the mall. Additional landscaping and bike lanes will provide recreational opportunities and encourage trips to the surrounding businesses. In order to improve traffic flow servicing the Elmwood Industrial Park, roadway improvements will be made along Citrus Road from Dickory Avenue to Elmwood Parkway. Also, the addition of on and off ramps to and from the Earhart Expressway at Lead Street will significantly reduce the large truck traffic traveling through the congested Citrus Road corridor. This will help by providing direct truck access to the Illinois Central Rail Yard and Coca-Cola bottling plant. Westwood Drive, a heavily traveled 4-lane connector between Lapalco Boulevard and the West Bank Expressway, will be rehabilitated with subsurface drainage improvements. In addition, new sidewalks will be constructed to improve mobility for residents. Also included in the roadway projects are bike path improvements and new developments, an ever-growing and much desired amenity that improves the quality of life in thriving communities. On the East Bank, the parish will undertake an ambitious plan to connect the existing Mississippi River levee bike path that extends from New Orleans to St. Charles Parish to the existing 10.8-mile-long Lake Pontchartrain bike path. This will allow more residents to enjoy the recreational facilities at the Bucktown Harbor Marina, the Bonneville Boat Launch, and the Kenner Boat Launch. The completed path will be constructed adjacent to the 17th Street Canal, which runs along the Orleans Parish line. Aerial crossings would be provided over Veterans Boulevard, Airline Drive, and the New Orleans Public Belt Railroad. On the West Bank, another plan will connect the West Bank Mississippi River levee bike path that extends into St. Charles Parish to the parish's newest recreational facility, Parc des Familles. The completed path will cover 7 miles along Destrehan Avenue, beginning at 4th Street and stretching south to Leo Kerner Parkway, where it will connect to another proposed path along Leo Kerner Parkway that continues to Parc des Familles. As we've previously mentioned, improvements to our sewer system are also included in the sales tax renewal projects. Jefferson Parish currently has 6 wastewater plants that treat on average 57 million gallons of sewage per day. Peak flows during wet weather can be as high as 300 million gallons per day. We have 4 major plants serving the East Bank, Bridge City, Marrero, and Harvey, and 2 minor plants serving the town of Jean Lafitte and Barataria. The parish maintains over 500 lift stations, 22,000 manholes, 100 miles of transmission force mains, and 1,300 miles of gravity collection lines, enough to reach from here to New York. Our lift stations are approaching the end of their design life. Pumps and motors are wearing out, electrical components are antiquated and require upgrades. Piping, valves, and wet wells are deteriorating. Additional problems include broken, cracked, and collapsed gravity lines. Inflow and infiltration, commonly referred to as I&I, is also a problem. This occurs when clean storm and or groundwater enters and overwhelms the sewer system through cracked pipes, leaky manholes, or improperly connected storm drains, downspouts, and sump pumps. During heavy and abundant rainfalls, I&I causes overflows into the environment and backups into homes. In addition, improper maintenance of grease traps can cause fat, oil, and grease to solidify in sewer pipes, causing blockages which can lead to overflows and backups. These maintenance and improvement factors are not only things to consider. As some of these issues have gone ignored, Jefferson Parish currently finds itself subject to 5 compliance orders issued by the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality. If the conditions of our compliance orders are not met, further enforcement actions by LDEQ and EPA may result in significant fines and possible judicial action leading to a consent decree. Factors such as these are why the proposed 2016 Sewer Bond Initiative is so important. The projects proposed will provide for design and construction of 67 sewer improvement projects focused on reducing backups and overflows in addition to meeting our compliance requirements. The parish will maximize the $128 million in bond funds by supplementing it with approximately $1.3 million of matching state and federal funds. We can also take advantage of low-interest loans available through state revolving loan funds for wastewater and energy efficiency. So let's take a quick look at a few of the proposed sewer bond projects. The Harvey and Marrero treatment plants have been undergoing major improvements over the last few years, but additional work is necessary to ensure sufficient wastewater treatment and provide reliable service for our community. Electrical and process upgrades will be undertaken. A new safe room admin building to house employees during tropical events will allow us to provide continued sewer service through and immediately following storms. The introduction of oxygen into wastewater flow prevents the growth of bacteria that causes corrosion in force mains and produces odor at the treatment plant. This oxygen infiltration project has proven successful on the East Bank and will be expanded to the West Bank. Upgrades to process facilities at the East Bank treatment plant are necessary to maintain our current compliance record. Construction of a new treatment plant to serve the town of Jean Lafitte will satisfy our compliance order and ensure continued sewer service during and following tropical events. A number of our lift stations are reaching the end of their design life and need to be either rehabilitated or replaced. The old Jefferson lift station is in poor condition and requires frequent and costly maintenance. The pumping capacity of the station will also need to be increased to accommodate the additional flow from the Ochsner Hospital expansion and the expected revitalization of the area. The MLK Playground lift station is outdated and experiences frequent mechanical and electrical failures. It is currently located immediately adjacent to the soccer field. So in addition to capacity increases, relocation of the station will allow more flexibility for the playground and provide further protection for the residents using that facility. Supervisory control and data acquisition equipment, commonly referred to as SCADA, will be installed at all lift stations. This will allow sewerage department staff to remotely monitor performance of our lift stations, be notified by text or email of any problems, control the lift stations remotely, perform predictive maintenance, and most importantly, detect and solve potential failures before an overflow occurs. At this time, several of our force mains discharge into shallow manholes, which can cause overflows during wet weather. Extending those force mains to the downstream lift station or to a deeper manhole will resolve these problems. The Wright Avenue force main is in very poor condition and experiences failures approximately twice per month. Replacement is essential. A new gravity line along Peters Road would go far to encourage economic development in the area. Gravity system repairs will help to alleviate I&I problems, and interconnections by gravity lines between lift station areas will also help to alleviate overflows. The Jefferson Parish sewer system is in crisis. The parish has been cited by our enforcement authority, and we must act now to correct the deficiencies or face further reprimand. Currently, during wet weather, the system experiences backups into homes, overflows from lift stations, and many of our residents are unable to use their facilities. Failure to act will allow these conditions to continue or worsen, risking exposure to sewage for our residents and negatively impacting the quality of life in Jefferson Parish. The renewal of the 7/8 cent sales tax, which will provide the funds to complete these projects, is critical. The Road and Sewer Bond Initiative will provide financing for vital infrastructure improvements and maintenance that will encourage new businesses to locate in Jefferson Parish, enabling existing businesses to expand and enhance the quality of life for all parish residents. Please remember to vote on December 10th, and if you have any additional questions regarding this initiative, please don't hesitate to call our office at 504-736-6400.